What is up, everybody? Hello, we are back at Universal. As you can see behind me, the signs are there. So that means we are right around the corner. As I'm recording this, Horror Nights is later on this week. But first off, let's head over to Cabana Bay because, well, there seems to be some spookiness going on over there. So much, so grab a snack, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy a lot of Horror Nights coverage in this video. So we just made a quick pit stop here at Cabana Bay. Behind me is the Chucky experience for this year is what it's gonna be. And they're still setting up everything. Everything looks like it's almost there with Halloween Horror Nights coming later on this week. Things should be pretty much finalized here. Most notably is that there is a new hashtag. It's Halloween Horror Nights Stay in Horror for mostly the experiences here at Cabana Bay and some of the resorts on Universal property. So that's kind of cool that there's a new hashtag for you to use for this. We obviously can't see much because it's still under construction, but you have the Chucky's Twisted Playground, and you actually have this, which is kind of cool. As you can see, it's a beautiful morning here at Cabana Bay. Everyone's in the Bayline Diner just enjoying their breakfast, getting ready to head to the parks today. And if you don't quite know where this experience is, it's actually upstairs. You can actually take the stairs next to the Starbucks. You can pretty much get to this multiple ways, whether you just take the elevator to the second floor and walk around. And it's actually going to be to the left of the arcade and the bowling alley. And as you can see over here, they actually have the Chucky's Twisted Playground, art, which is really cool. I love it. I love it. And they actually have everything set up in the lobby space that they're going to overtake with Wicked Growth, Pumpkin, Little Boo, all that good stuff. So let's head on over there and check out some of that stuff. And we are now here at Islands of Adventure. I just wanted to record, in the background of Poseidon, rest in peace. But anyway, we are going to check out the oddities because Oddfellow has overtaken All Hallows Eve this year. So let's go see what is in store for us. Now, before we headed over to Universal Studios, for those who don't know, I'm actually using a brand new camera just for the haunt season. And I decided to go into the Jurassic Park dark caves just to test out the low light on this camera and test out kind of a couple of lenses in the dark. And the results were simply freaking amazing, and it sucks that I'm not invited to media because at least the haunted house POVs would have looked this good, especially with the houses being this dark. Oh well, we'll have POVs of other haunted attractions. I'm just testing out the low light. What do you guys think? As well as it is bright and sunny in Florida, and usually when you film with a professional camera, you have to use an ND filter. Now, it's kind of hard to adjust it on the fly. Some of the footage we shot over at studios it's a little bit vignetting in it, and I will try to fix that going forward because it's hard to kind of adjust it and you're trying to look at the screen to see what it looks like. So forgive me if some of the shots looks a little vignetting or a little like darker on certain parts of the shot. It's the ND filter. So looks like they have a big setup right at the gates of the park with a sound system and big old truss over here. This is kind of crazy because when you come down to the middle, you're going to actually see what we had last year with the Halloween Hornets symbol up there. But the only thing about that is it kind of doesn't work with your walking way because you're not going to come through the middle of the gate to walk into this, unlike how it was last year. But we gotta make do what we can. And I'm actually getting my first look at this. This is the first time I'm seeing it, even though everybody else has saw it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I'm assuming that's got to be a body up there. But who is going to be on the stage? That's the thing. Is it Oddfellow? Is it Jack, perhaps? Because, well, whoever's here, we're not going to have the same character up there speaking to everybody as they come in. That could be Oddfellow, and this could be Jack. Leave it down in the comments. Who do you think is going to be on this stage? And they did a really good job of covering up the e-prompts. They're actually, well, before they were all just on the stage, but now they're actually covered by the boxes, so you can't see them. That's very clever. I do love that they have more of this decoration. That's sort of a separation between the two zones because this is pretty much one open walkway, so how would they separate the two? But by having this, structure over here, there's two of them, which I'm assuming is going to add some fog effects to it. And we also have Oddfellow's symbol. It's going to be a fun game to see how many of these you can actually spot throughout the entire event. I want to know they're like hidden Mickeys, but hidden Oddfellows. Since the last time we have been here, they actually have these banners to actually signify that it is a Zodiac. And there is another hidden Oddfellow symbol right up there. So see how many you can spot. And it is very clever and funny to see how these actually change over time because this wasn't taped up, but now it actually is. So I'm assuming there's something underneath that's supposed to be coming up. Maybe a head, maybe a body. And as we can see from previous videos and everybody else's videos, the weight was actually down, but now it's actually up in the air. So whatever it is, it's sort of hanging in that barrel over there, but now it's hanging. I know initially I said this zone was kind of bare bones, but they've added barrels. Barrels make all the difference for a zone. No, but really, it's kind of empty. I'm hoping that you're going to have something that's going to be driven out here, but a little too empty for a scare zone. And as you can already tell, down on the ground, it is wet. So I'm assuming there's water on this one because, well, we do have this. And every time you see this in a house, there is a water scene, and we have a e-prompt, possibly a body, of course, but water effects, that's kind of cool. Never really see that in the scare zone. And not much has changed for the zone, at least for me, except for they added these tiki torches. And of course they moved this so it can better be suited for a scare actor to jump out of, but really not too much. And as we know, when we see a tarp, that's usually a body. So I'm assuming there's a grotesque body under there wrapped up. And we have one of our directional trusts, which is going to be assigned to direct you to where to go for what houses. First one that I'm seeing. It'll be interesting to see where they put the other ones. And it looks like way back here in Kids Zone, we actually have the first one that I'm seeing for a house. I'm assuming this is supposed to be for maybe monsters, or I'm forgetting the houses, but nonetheless, we have one way back here in Kids Zone, so we're probably gonna have to go through this pathway. At least we don't have to take a long walk around. Located to the right of the restrooms is gonna be Darkest Deal is gonna be this one. Oddfellow is gonna be way down by Nightmare Fuel, but supposedly this one, from what I heard from Mike, I assume is going to be for The Last of Us, which is going to be probably the longest lines besides Stranger Things. And right outside of Fear Factor Theater, there's actually a new sort of makeshift pop-up bar. Although this was already there, they just themed it to the event with the new logo of Never Go Alone. And we have the banner for Nightmare Fuel is up, and that's it for this area. Make sure to subscribe to Hollow Thrills. That is Mike over there, one of the Boo Bros, but more importantly, to the left of him is the entrance for Oddfellow's house, the actual icon of this event. So this is where it's supposed to be for the entrance, just like Bugs was last year. And let's head into Diagon Alley to see if there's anything new for the Death Eaters who are visiting. I think a lot of people are underestimating how Death Eaters is going to perform at Halloween Horror Nights. I think it's going to be probably one of the breakout things. Not much is new or added with the Death Eaters coming to Diagon Alley. The same setup. We're going to head into Nocturne Alley just to show you how dark it is. And keep in mind, you're seeing a little bit more than what I can actually see. I can't even see this in front of me. I would probably trip on it. And I just did. I just hit it with my knee. And probably the most interesting thing that we have here at Halloween Horror Nights this year is the Peacock Bar experience, I guess. This is kind of weird. I don't know if there's going to be someone out here meet and greet, but now they actually have the signs up for this. This is Peacock Halloween Horror Bar. It's going to be interesting to see how this one is actually different from Hollywood's, being that theirs is going to have like the Purge, drinks, and some other characters. Maybe there'll be a difference between the two, but so far this is looking almost done. A few more lighting setups, and I'm sure they'll start having characters be over here, and that'll be it. And they actually have lighting, which is directed over here to this big gigantic sign, which I'm guessing is going to be a photo op. Maybe they'll have someone standing right where I am to take your photo back here. But other than that, we'll have to see how it's going to look during the event when it's nighttime and you got all the lights and characters over here. Might be a pretty cool experience. Might not be. And now they actually have this whole area kind of lounging up. You got some like lounge table type things. Then you got this TV, which I'm assuming is going to be showing horror clips. That's really kind of cool. It's like a lounge area. I like this. Out of nothing, they kind of built this to be something, which I'm assuming you're going to be able to come back here and just kind of relax during the event, have a drink, watch some horror. It could be a nice chill spot. That depends on how busy it is, but they actually have some seating all around here, like lounge seating. That's kind of cool. You can just kind of sit and vibe. We actually have more. So we actually have, what is this? So I'm assuming this is going to be the bar back here. You got 2 bars, which is kind of cool because you actually have this big gigantic screen that I'm assuming is going to be playing something. You got this nice like bar area. That's really, really dope. Matter of fact, I didn't go back here last time, so I don't know what it was like back here during Horror Nights with the other bar area, but so far, this looks really neat. We got this gigantic TV screen here. It needs to probably have the menus whenever those go up. So all in all, I gotta say the Peacock Bar so far is coming together a little better than I thought it initially was. I thought it was just gonna be just a throwaway type of experience, but this looks like a really cool lounge area to chill at when you're at Horror Nights. Maybe the lines are too crazy and you just wanna conversate, drink something. This could be a little cool spot. And plus the view ain't that bad back here, you know, to overlook Horror Nights. Not so bad. Just depends on the meet and greets that they have and the characters. I would like for them to have some really cool characters, but we'll have to see during the event. Since the last time we were here, this was under construction, but now it is done. Look at the menu. So I actually got the Golden State Boba Tea, which is like strawberries, some passion fruit, I believe, or something. But on a hot day like today, this is much deserved. And I wanted to try the other food, but I'm gonna wait for April, content manager of the channel, because I'm sure she'll want to try the food as well. But sorry, April, I had to try this out. Shipyard 32 looks to be complete as far as the set design, and oh, we have another Oddfellow symbol. Of course, I did call that last time. I said possibly it would be some kind of creature coming out of there, almost like what they had in the Chupacabra house. There's something inside of there, but you just can't quite see it until Halloween Horror Nights starts. And they added a giant crane to symbolize this box breaking, and then maybe some lighting and fog coming out of this. But so far, everything looks complete. This is the only thing I think looks a little odd here. But this big old truck being here, just feels out of place in my opinion. But yeah, Oddfellow is into trading stuff. And there's another symbol, by the way. And every year it seems like these food booths just get more elaborate and more elaborate. And here we have The Last of Us, which is in Sting Alley. It almost looks like you're going into a haunted house experience and not just ordering food. But well done, Universal, well done. The menus obviously haven't been added yet, and that's probably the scary part that's coming, to see the prices on these food items. But all in all, success. So it looks like they flipped Sting Alley. Instead of you coming in from this entrance, you're going to be coming down from this way and heading this way and picking up your food, I assume, over here. Yeah, it's really good. This time they actually did like a full layout. So I actually forgot. I've walked around the entire park and I forgot to show you guys the facade for this year for the Tribute Store. It is quite one of the most detailed ones I think they've ever done. I invite you just to go and look at the windows because there are so many Easter eggs inside. I'm just going to show you just a few. So as you can see inside, that is the icons on a game board. I hope they sell this game board. I mean, come on, Universal, that's money. And there's a look at the game board. I know it's a little hard to see, but what's crazy is it's actually Universal Studios. You can see the sprung tents right there. You can actually see the lagoon. That is crazy. And Hollow Thrills pointed out this one, which it says, this is a vampire-free establishment, which is funny. Wow, do you remember any of these houses? What are the odds that you think they will sell this comic book? Everyone would buy it. It's going to sell out if they did, but I would sure hope so. But not much has changed in this zone since the last time we saw it. I mean, there's like some new flower decorations. There's a hand. Right over there, there's a hand poking out, which we know that's going to be a body of some sort. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the zone works out overall. And here we have two more entrances for houses, the soundstage houses, which I'm assuming one of these is supposed to be maybe dragons. One is supposed to be Stranger Things, perhaps? I don't know. I'll let you guys know the official locations once everything's official.